A massive fight announced for UFC 319. It was not made official, but someone leaked the information in a posted video on Twitter, and we shall check that out now over on Twitter. As I said, it was leaked. Someone filmed Dracus du Plessis in a parking lot, and this is the video right here.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's an awesome fight.
that's gonna be a sick
Awesome
one.
fight. A big card. The co-main event is
Hear it
Paddy
again?
Pimblett and Justin Gaethje.
Paddy
Yeah,
Pimblett
that's an
versus
awesome
Justin
fight.
Gaethje. Huge fight. We saw the other night after Ilia Topuria finished Charles Oliveira. They brought Paddy Pimblett in the cage. Joe Rogan brought Paddy Pimblett in the cage to face off with Ilia. Obviously, Ilia had some bad words about Paddy, so Joe Rogan brought him in, faced them off. Looked like that was going to be the next fight. Dana White, however, was not too pleased with this. We go head on over to bloodyelbow.com. Dana White expresses dislike for Ilia Topuria versus Paddy Pimblett face-off at UFC 317. And should have never happened, according to Dana White. That's not the fight. And the quote is as so. Well, he's the number one contender, White said of allowing Joshua Van, to face off with Alexandra Pantoja. I just said the winner of that fight would get a title shot, and obviously the fans wanted to see the face-off. White continued, my thing with Ilia Topuria is his wife and kid are in the octagon. That's not the fight, White said of Topuria and Pimblett facing off. It shouldn't happen. Well, that's not really what we do, White responded to a reporter saying the face-off was fun to watch. I don't give a shit if it was fun to watch or not. That shouldn't happen. Plus, he wins a second title in a higher division. It was a bad call by whoever the hell let them in there. So it sounds like Dracus announced the co-main event of UFC 319. Sounds like that is going to be in Chicago, I believe. If we look at Paddy the Baddy's record over on Tapology, 23-3. This guy 7-0 inside the UFC. I mean, he told Ilia Topuria that he could not knock him out. So we will see what Justin Gaethje is able to do. He is the highlight, and he does knock people out. But we've seen Paddy Pimblett do his thing inside the octagon. And most recently, he's been finishing people. He beat King Green, UFC 304, triangle choke, and then punches and elbows from the mount against Michael Chandler in round 3 at UFC 314. Continues to get better, obviously. Double champ in Cage Warriors, and now doing big things inside the octagon. As I said, undefeated in the UFC at 7-0. 29% KO, TKO, 43% sub, and 29% decision. So against a guy like the highlight, this is going to be a very fun and exciting matchup. Now, if we look at Justin Gaethje over on Tapology, 26-5. 9 wins in the UFC, 5 losses. 67% knockout win rate, 33% decision. In his last 5 fights, he's 3-2. He obviously lost to Charles Oliveira for the title, then went on to win 2. And most recently defeated Rafael Fiziev via decision at UFC 313 in March. So a big fight lined up for UFC 319. And if this is the real deal, if it is going to be Paddy Pimblett versus Justin Gaethje, expect fireworks, folks. This one is going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. I couldn't tell you and I couldn't predict who wins this one. A lot of people were talking about Paddy Pimblett versus Ilia. And would we see Paddy be the guy to dethrone this undefeated fighter? Who the heck knows? But if he does win against Justin Gaethje, then he's definitely going to be next in line for that title shot against Ilia Topuria. So we will see what happens at UFC 319 if this fight does go down, if it is real, if Dracus du Plessis was telling the truth to these people in a parking lot that got posted on Twitter, sort of TMZ style. I don't know. We don't know. Nobody knows if it's the real deal. UFC has not officially announced this one yet, but we could see Paddy the Baddy Pimblett against Justin the Highlight Gaethje. A very fun fight. Let me know in the comment section below how you think this fight plays out, who you think wins this fight, and if you even think it's real. Make sure you subscribe to MMA Sucka on all social media platforms. Subscribe to us here on YouTube. Make sure you click that like button, comment again, like I said down below. Make sure you check out Slappy's, the best vodka soda in town, at Drink Slappy's on Instagram. Peace.